Welcome to ROCKA Systems here at SMTA Guadalajara. Delighted to be joined by Rodrigo Cacho. He's the President and CEO. Welcome, Rodrigo.
Hi.
Okay. And Tania Cervantes, who is the Branch Director here for the Guadalajara area. So welcome, Tania. Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. So ROCKA is one of these companies it's quite unique in as much it's got quite a diverse range of products, ranging from stencil rolls and wet wipes to representing Indium for solder paste and even making router bits here, as we can see. So let's go through each of these lines.
Yes, well, we try to focus on all the process where the customers need technology, because it's where we can bring value.
Okay.
So that's why we come up with the stencil rolls, because we all know in this industry that almost all the problems in SMT process are come from the printer.
The printer, yeah.
Yes, and then we also have this year the award for the router bits, is because now the routing process is getting critical as well.
Right.
As the technology is getting like smaller and smaller, you need to have better cooling process, less dust in those boards, because the end customers doesn't want to have any dust on the boards.
Right.
So then we have a special routers that help the customers to cut more meters and basically have no dust in their process.
Right, right.
So
how do you find the PCB market down here? Because, you know, they say that as part of this US CHIPS Act and the expansion of making a complete supply chain in the Americas, where we need more PCB companies. Are you finding more PCB manufacturers starting up, or are there companies, PCB guys, coming to Mexico to start?
yes, the Mexican market is just growing. Like every month we have new companies in Mexico, and it's because a lot of the Chinese and Taiwanese companies, they want to be near to US.
Right.
So our market is just keep growing and growing, and also the current customers, they are having more business as well. So basically Mexico is like growing every month.
Everywhere, everywhere. And Tania, I mean, you deal with Guadalajara, which of course is all the big tier 1 companies around here. Are you finding they're still expanding?
Yes, they actually are building new manufacturing sites here. All the companies, the contract manufacturers are growing a lot, and I think Guadalajara is one of the main cities for electronic business.
So, I mean, looking at the stencil rolls, let's take a closer look at that. I mean, you manufacture them yourself. Is it your own chemistry that goes into the cleaning rolls?
Yes, actually we made those rolls here in Guadalajara. We have the full process, where we also in our facility we can manufacture in splice tapes for the component, the pick and place process. So we have a big manufacturing site here in Guadalajara, but we also have other sites in Reynosa, and we have a lot of warehouse around Mexico.
Right, right, okay. So, I mean, you mentioned that a lot of the defects come from the print part of the process. Of course, a lot of these defects tend to be solder related. And it's quite useful because you have a very close working relationship with Indium Corporation. You actually represent Indium Corporation down here in the Americas. And I believe that is expanding as well.
Yes, we work very close with Indium. The last 3 years we have been winning the award of the biggest distributor around the world, and we have a close relationship with Indium. As you know, Indium is a high-tech company, and they are one of the biggest suppliers in terms of solder paste. So a lot of customers, what they love from Indium is the stencil life. They have a product 8.9 HF, that the stencil life in that product is 16 hours.
Right.
So nobody has that kind of
stencil life
in the market.
Right, excellent. So, you know, talking about customers that are working with Indium product, if they're trying to trial a new paste, they're putting a new product into production, how do they go about that? They come to you? Do you do the initial testing in your labs, because you have a lab in Reynosa? Is that correct?
Yes, we have a lab in Reynosa where we have some capabilities like cross section, pull test, die and pry, C3, and all those. So it's kind of the testing that the customer normally wants to see really quick. You know, if they evaluate any of our products, they want to compare with the current product. So
Right.
we can perform X-ray, cross-section, intermetallic junior, pull test, and they can know if the product has the same results, better or bad.
Right, right, okay. And what sort of demands do you get or requests you get from your customer base here working with the bigger companies?
We have a lot of different demands. Let's say here in Guadalajara, with the stencil roll, we have that new technology. A lot of customers are not aware of that technology. So more and more the customer is looking to improve the cycle time in the printer. So most of the requests we have in Guadalajara are for the stencil rolls, because they trying to produce more in less amount of time.
Less amount of time.
With the old technology, maybe they need to clean like every board or every 3 boards. With our technology, they can clean like every 6, every 10. So that means they can increase the throughput out of the printer.
Okay, okay. Now, I mean, Indium, of course, is well known for doing a range of low temperature solders, you know, the Durafuse line. Are you getting quite a lot of demand for that?
Yes, as you know, Indium has a special product for solder paste. It's Durafuse. They have 2 versions. They have one version for high rail, and they have another version for low temp. So we are having a lot of demands for both products.
Right.
Actually, a lot of automotive customers, they are in the process to switch from the standard SAC 305 alloy to the Durafuse high rail alloy. Right. And then some of the consumable products that are made here in Guadalajara or in the north of Mexico, they want to reach the low temp alloys.
Right, right, okay. And some of the typical customers you've got in your area here are mostly doing what, automotive or consumer related products?
It's a mix of industries. We have automotive, we have electronics, and industry, industrial, and medical as well. So I think it's a mix. I mean, automotive is growing, of course. There is one OEM who is growing a lot, so it's a big customer. But I think they have a little bit of every industry.
Great. Well, I mean, it's great to see how you're continuing to expand, Rodrigo. I mean, you know, I spoke a little bit earlier today to Justin Vorden, who's just joined your company, about the expansion up into the United States, but you've also expanded into China and other areas. What's the reason behind some of that global expansion?
Basically, all our products has a really high and good they have a lot of good acceptance with the customers. So our customers are basically requiring us to follow their footprint.
Right.
So let's say they have a facility here in Mexico, but they also have a facility in US and China, and they are requesting us to supply our products all around the world.
Right.
So basically the customers are pushing us to go and expand our footprint, and we basically will follow that. You know,
Right.
We need to serve the customer anywhere.
So, Rodrigo, I believe you've also got another new product that you brought out onto the market called NanoGuard.
Yes, now we are working also with ActNano, that actually they also receive an award today, this morning.
Okay.
It's a complete game changer. It's a new technology, it's nano coating, and a lot of customers are really like introducing that technology as well into their products.
Okay, great. So I believe you've got Angela here from ActNano, and she's going to come in and talk to us. And Tania, you're going to go off and get everything ready at with the rest of the booth.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good. So, welcome, Angela. So I was having a look through the spec sheet on this product. It's really interesting because the first thing that jumps out at me is it's in a gel state. Why did you develop it in a gel state?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually did it in the gel state with a purpose, and the reason is the current conformal coatings on the market, they are like a very hard acrylic, or they're a barrier, so it doesn't allow any electrical connection. So that's the reason we did it in a gel state. So when there is a connector and you have the both ends, they connect and it displays the material and it allows that electrical connection to happen.
Allows electrical connection, but it also makes it pliable enough that you can then make it reworkable.
That is correct.
Yeah.
With the solvent where the material is suspended, you can wipe the area that you need to rework, and then rework that part, reapply the material, and then it will create like a very even layer again. So
Right.
yes.
Okay. So this is a hydrophobic coating, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, and it's designed really for automotive applications or for consumer or for cell phones. What is this application?
Yes, it is designed to be used in the entire electronics industry. However, we started in the automotive industry. We have to prove that we were able to pass very tough requirements like 85, 95, you name it. And after we have proved that for more than 5-6 years, now we are working into our way into other industries, like white goods, for example, medical, industrial. So yeah, so a consumer as well, cell phones, AirPods, you name it.
Okay. So what sort of in the automotive applications, for example, in what sort of coverage thicknesses are you having to apply?
Yeah, so in the automotive application, I would say a standard thickness will be somewhere between 15 or 25 microns. However, you may have very stringent test requirements, right? So you will apply more material and I will give you a higher protection. So let's say if you want to do like a submersion test, right, like an IPX7 and IPX8, you can go all the way to 60, 70 microns.
Right.
So yes.
Okay, so that's excellent. Super. So now ActNano, is that a Mexican company?
No, it is an American
company?
Yes.
Okay.
We are based in Boston, Massachusetts, and all of our IT comes from many scientists that come from MIT. So we have built our lab and our offices right there.
Excellent. Okay. And so ROCKA is going to represent you here in Mexico, but also perhaps up into the United States as well.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Well, it's a very exciting product. It's the first time I've seen it, and I want to thank you for coming in and talking to us about it today.
Thank you for having me.
Introducing InnoBar, a revolutionary product from Innovax that will simplify your warehouse storage management. The InnoBar comes in 3 sizes, 20, 40, and 60 inches. The InnoBar can easily be attached to your existing warehouse rack. A pod is placed at each storage location. Each pod can be placed at 2.5-inch increments. When an item is searched for in the InnoAuto system, the beacon and pod will light up, indicating the location of the part. When adding parts, push the switch up. When removing parts, push the switch down. Innovax, innovative material handling solutions.